What's going on, everybody? A happy Thursday out there to you. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. I ask you, my friend, my buddy, my pal, my coworker, Mr. Ryan Half, have you ever had any mice problem, like in your home? Or like your home down in the cities? Or
Sure.
like that?
I remember a couple mice in our garage at one point.
Okay.
It wasn't a whole lot, but you know, you had the traps, you had the glue traps, things like that.
I don't know if it's just a product of living out in the woods. It has to be. Also, like, my home is a little bit older, that sort of thing. Every single year around this time and in the springtime, always, inevitably, we get a couple of mice in the house. So we always have traps up set around this time of year. But this time, the other day, so for some reason, this is a long story, but I had Life cereal over the weekend that I just ate out of the bag. That I love Life cereal. And so I was just eating it as a snack, and I brought it into my truck over the weekend. And then on Tuesday morning, when I went into my truck, it's the grossest thing ever when you start to see signs of mice that have been in there.
Inside your truck or in the truck bed?
In the truck. So how do they get in the truck? Explain that to me. It must be like through the air filter or something like that.
Wow.
But it was, Life cereal all over the place. There's unfortunately little pellets.
Droppings.
Droppings all over the place. So I had to just, throw a lot of stuff out in my truck and clean everything out and really get it clean. But it's the most disgusting thing. And if there's one thing that I absolutely don't like about living in the woods, I love everything about it, but that's one of them, is definitely the mice out there.
That's got to be tough, especially if you don't know how they're getting inside the building. Yeah.
How do you fix it if you don't know what's going on? I guess maybe you can call an exterminator. They can figure that out.
But they're just going to keep coming.
Exactly.
If you're out there in the woods.
Exactly.
It reminds me of a time, early 20s, had my own apartment. The importance of putting food in the cupboard so that way it's away from certain things.
Yes.
I had this pancake mix on my counter probably for a number of months. And lo and behold, I was like, I should probably, use this. I'll make it.
Yeah.
And I found, I don't even know what they are. I found things moving in the pancake mix while it was on the counter. So make sure to put those things back up in your cupboards and away from anything that can possibly get in there.
Tupperware is your friend when it comes to that sort of thing. Oh, that is disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
Let's talk about something happy. Let's talk about weddings.
Yeah.
So as Mary and I get ready for our wedding, Hunter, would you have a brand logo or a brand in general help sponsor your wedding to cover the cost?
If it was a significant part of the cost, then heck yeah, I would.
I'd have it everywhere. Yeah, well, according to new research, 6 in 10 Americans would let a brand sponsor their wedding. In the survey done by Taka Research, 33% of them would happily let the mascot of their favorite brand attend the wedding as a guest. And should the brand cover the entire wedding bill, a fifth would even let the brand mascot officiate that wedding. Over half would also happily let the brand give out freebies and merchandise to those guests.
My question for you is, who would you pick, Ryan?
I don't know. Tony the Tiger would be pretty cool. We were joking about it before the show a little bit. The Charmin Bears, if we had the Charmin Bears drop by, that'd be pretty cool. Any Minnesota sports team, TC Bear officiating your wedding. It might be a quiet wedding if you got a mascot to do it, because then they wouldn't be able to say anything.
That's true. But what if you get a mascot that does talk? For instance, like Ronald McDonald. I think I would have Ronald McDonald do a little bit scary, a little bit on the scary side. But food is so expensive.
Yeah.
And you have all the food laid out. I don't know.
If Grimace did officiate our wedding, then McDonald's would be catered. Hopefully, that would be great.
I kind of look like Grimace today. I got the purple outfit on. I'm a larger human being.
The words "food and beverage minimum" is a new term that we're slowly learning more about. Yeah. Well, hey, scouts out there now have the chance to compete. They're going to complete the progress. 4 new merit badges in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Scouting America says the new badges are part of a broader effort to stay relevant in an increasingly digital world here. The organization offers hundreds of badges, everything from fishing to fingerprinting. The badges give scouts the opportunity to sharpen their skills in topics that they're interested in while delving into new subjects too.
I'm really surprised that this wasn't a thing already. This has been around for 30 plus years. Kind of crazy that they're just delving into that,
It makes sense. Learning how to start a fire, learning how to manage AI now in today's world, both incredibly useful.
I'll tell you what, if we employees of Gray Media were in the Boy Scouts, we'd probably have 2,000 badges, because about once a week we got to do one of those quizzes to make sure we know what fake emails are and things like that.
Phishing with a PH.
Yes, exactly.
Being aware of scams out there. Well, hey, an American company has just made a new type of wood that's apparently up to 10 times the strength to weight ratio of steel, and apparently it is also 6 times lighter. So the product, aptly named Superwood, has just launched commercially, manufactured by InventWood. That CEO says the material would allow for the construction of structures potentially up to 4 times lighter than today. That would obviously make construction both faster and easier.
Very cool. I mean, wood is extremely heavy, right, man? I mean,
Yeah. Oh no,
geez.
it's not light.
Just playing devil's advocate as a meteorologist, I don't know like how weather would work when you have super gusty days or
Yeah.
even like a tornado or anything like that. A lot of structures would be able to withstand that, but if it's this lighter kind of material, would that cause more harm to your home or put you in danger, something like
I don't know
that?
if you see a wolf and 3 pigs, they blow your house down. Would super wood stop that too?
You got to look out for those mythical wolves that'll blow down your home.
We need to see it tested.
Yes.
Tested in real time. According to new research, more than a third of Americans would redo their college experience if they could.
Whoa.
A survey by CSU Global found while 1 in 4 Americans admit they weren't as interested in attending college at the standard age, 34% are interested in doing it now. So those who want to go back have a desire to explore a different career path and make more money now. The AI boom that we've been talking about too, also influencing how Americans feel when it comes to their job security.
Would you change anything, Ryan?
You know, I think I would maybe, I always kind of wanted to travel abroad back in college. I didn't necessarily get the chance, doing a lot of theater shows over at UMD. But as an adult now, if you save up, you can take whatever trips you want.
Yeah,
So,
100%. I wish that college wasn't like treated as like a one-size-fits-all sort of thing.
Sure.
Because not everybody wants to go to college right after school. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to take time for yourself and do whatever you want, and figure stuff out. You don't even have to go to college, you
No.
know? So I feel like some people are just forced into college and they don't know exactly what they're going to do, waste a lot of money, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
and I think there's some classes you maybe don't want to take and more classes you do want to take.
exactly.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, hey, coming up, we're talking to the king of Halloween, talking about a free movie screening tonight. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Tonight over at Duluth Zeitgeist Cinema, a chance to learn more about the king of Halloween. Here with us to talk all about it is the king of Halloween himself, Mr. Matt Rasmussen. How you doing, buddy?
Yay, very good. Thank you for having me, Rye Guy. Like this just feels right.
How are you feeling? We're almost 2 weeks officially away from Halloween.
Man, I mean, I'm a little more excited for the movie than Halloween itself this year,
Right.
which is unusual. But like, it's gonna be great. Like, I guess there's a lot of normal things planned for Halloween, so it'll be another good year this year.
So let's talk about the movie that's coming out tonight over at Zeitgeist Cinema. What can fans expect from the King of Halloween movie special?
Man, there's so much that went into this movie. What can you expect? Oh, let's look at the trailer a little bit here. See this?
Let's
I'll
dive
talk
into
over
it.
this. You see there was a flash of me being born there. This is very symbolic of me being born again after discovering Halloween. The lights flick on, then I discover Halloween, everything makes sense, and then the studio lights up, and then there it is. It's like when you're a child and you're trying to find your purpose in life. And then now here we are. This is all the different snippets of my life that'll play out in front of your very eyes. Yes, so there's home video footage. There's these old pictures of me from Halloween. As it says, there are 30 Halloweens. 5 artifacts.
Right.
And so there are 5 different recaps that I show that showcase a specific chunk of my life.
And what inspired you to make this film?
Man, okay, so there's a few different things. The first thing is I wanted to answer many of the burning questions that people have had over the years, the who, what, when, where, why of the King of Halloween.
Why you do it.
Yeah, why? And so, like, hopefully that'll answer a lot of those questions. And another reason is because I've been editing this film for 10 years.
Jeez.
So that's a whole nother thing. Like, I've been recapping my Halloween since 2015.
Gotcha.
And it started in 2015 when I released my first film. And I wanted to just kind of show the promotion of that and like do a little recap, a little behind the scenes, if you will. And so I put it together and showed everyone involved. And they were like, this is the greatest thing ever. Just do this every year for like your whole spooky season.
Right.
So that's what I started doing going forward, is like recapping then 2016 and 2017. Then I stopped and I was like, wait a minute. What about the 30 years prior? Like maybe that needs to be recapped, and then that that was kind of the germ of an idea for like maybe a movie.
Yeah.
Because, that's a lot of content.
It is a lot of content, especially, 40 years soon to be of life and celebrating Halloween. And also tonight with the showing, it sounds like it's also for a good cause. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. So all of the proceeds that people bring, if you're feeling beneficial, feel free to drop off a little donation for the Ronald McDonald House. That's our charity of choice. We love them to death, and they've got a little, have a little donation area set up. And, everything we do just goes to them, and I want to continue to give back, whether it's through Twin Ports Ghostbusters or no.
And also tonight, too, people get a chance to meet the King of Halloween.
Absolutely, yes. You can see the King. I'll be there the whole time. I plan to get there like at least an hour early for like setup and that stuff. And that's the whole thing is like I want you guys to come early, not just to mingle, but to secure your seat.
Yeah, right.
Because it's a free screening, which means you gotta it's first come, first serve. If you're not sitting when the show's about to start, they might kick you out. So, and I hope there's not a line out the door and they have to turn people away, but getting here early will be key. And it's not just me. You'll get to meet the entire Royal Court of Halloween. We'll all be there in our costumes.
That's super cool. I think, Matt, and obviously people look around at the stuff that you brought in. Matt here, the King of Halloween, has so much Halloween goodies, gifts, decorations. I think, why do you love Halloween so much?
Oh, it just speaks to me. I've always been a spooky kid. And I think that's where a lot of people can discover really who they are, especially if you're a spooky kid, because that's the one time a year that people aren't telling you to not be spooky.
Right.
They want you to embrace it, and then you can discover.
You can be odd. You can be weird.
Yes, yeah. And it's fully embraced, and the world gets it, and the world loves it. And that was always when I thrived as a kid, and start discovering costumes and things like that. And it's like, this is the greatest thing ever. Why doesn't everyone love it as much as me?
Can we do a couple quick Halloween questions for you?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do favorite Halloween candy.
Absolutely. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups in the shape of a pumpkin. Reese's Pumpkins, bar none.
I like the Christmas tree ones, too.
All right, guy. Why'd you have to bring that up? That's another big rule. We don't talk about other holidays.
Different holiday. Best Halloween movie.
Best Halloween movie is Trick or Treat. The Michael Dougherty 2007 classic is the greatest Halloween film ever made. Boom, I'm declaring it.
How about best Halloween character?
Best Halloween character is, I would say, Sam from Trick or Treat. Because he is literally Halloween incarnate. He is Halloween personified, and he, like me, he wants to make sure everyone's following the rules and respecting Halloween and just having fun.
All right. Well, King of Halloween, Matt Rasmussen. Matt, thanks for stopping by. You can catch the King of Halloween movie special tonight at Zeitgeist at 7 p.m. It is free. You can find more information at northernnewsnow.com. Welcome back, everybody. Always great to talk with our coworker and friend, Matt Rasmussen. You love seeing people who are passionate about things, and obviously, as you can tell from all the stuff that was in the studio and from, the garb that Matt was wearing, very passionate about Halloween, and also very cool now to share. He's going to share his life on the screen with folks tonight.
Yeah, I joked about this on Monday's morning show because he was on the show with us, and I said, Matt, I've known you for however long. When I first met you, I had a million questions about you. So this is good that this is going to answer a lot of those questions about how that man came to be.
We'll get a lot of stories of the past and how we arrived to today.
Yes, pretty awesome.
Good guy, too.
Yep, we love Matt. Coming up tonight, we have another featured report here with Northern News Now's Sydney Whitty. Here's what you can expect here to see at 10 o'clock.
Tonight at 10 on Northern News Now. Meet the women welding, building, and flying their way through industries built by men.
Women interested in the trades is slowly on the rise across the Northland, and not only in aviation up in the sky, but also in manufacturing down on the ground.
If you want to do something, do it. Nobody's telling you you can't, and the only thing keeping you from doing something is yourself.
Tonight at 10 on Northern News Now.
And Sydney obviously does great work on the morning show, does great work on our reporting. Very cool. I think it was our Northern News Now's Dan Wolf, too, who had been receiving stories from others about how women here in the Northland diving into trades now in today's age. Yeah.
Very, very cool to see that everywhere, of course, but especially here in the Northland. So that'll be a very interesting and very cool story.
Yeah, excited to see that. So be sure to join our team tonight at 10 o'clock here on Northern News Now for the full report. Here in Minnesota, there's a 93-year-old woman who says she gets out to do yoga 5 days a week, and she is inspiring others. Marielle Mose has her story.
A deep breath is a gift Elena Gonzalez never takes for granted. Yoga at Lifetime in Lakeville is something Elena prioritizes 5 times a week and credits this movement to her longevity.
I was born December 25th, Christmas Day, 1931. So I'll be 94 in a couple of months, God willing.
She doesn't let her age stop her, which means modifications to the movement is just fine if it means she still gets to move.
I love the comfort zone.
Elena uses a chair in yoga to help her balance and keep up with the rest of the class.
I can do it on the floor. Getting down is no problem. Getting up is a son of a gun. So I figure, why fight it, you know?
While workout classes count for a big part of Elena's overall health, it's the little things she does outside the yoga studio that add up to paint the whole picture.
It's not that I don't take the elevator occasionally, which, you know, some days I do, but that extra little bit, it's like calories, you know, a little bite here, a little bite there, but eventually it all adds up.
She makes time to nurture her relationships. Her bonds with the Lifetime staff, from a hug to a laugh, go a long ways.
I like older men, and I'm 93, so that narrows it down a little bit.
Yeah. Elena has no plans to stop exercising and hopes that showing up each time encourages everyone else around her.
I don't expect to be, you know, a Mrs. Old America someday. I just do it for myself. Getting old is a gift. Just enjoy it.
Oh, that's a good reminder, too, that, you know, as I approach the age of 30, I'm like, oh, man, where did my 20s go? But having the wisdom that you have now as an almost 30-year-old, and I'm sure as a 93-year-old, is pretty special.
It's worth all the life that you get, so that's pretty darn awesome right there. And yoga keeps you nice and spry for when you get up in those ages, too.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
And hopefully, if she wants, she can find that older man that she was talking about, too.
That'd be awesome.
Down there in Lakeville,
Go get 'em.
Minnesota. Coming up, a sign of the holiday season. We'll see you in a bit.
Well, before we go today, you may soon be able to order items at Walmart through ChatGPT, Ryan?
I guess.
That's the way of the future, I guess. The retail giant has announced a partnership with OpenAI. The collaboration will enable Walmart and Sam's Club shoppers to browse products and complete transactions within ChatGPT. Using a feature called Instant Checkout, customers can describe their shopping needs conversationally, and then the large language model will facilitate purchases that Walmart will fulfill. What do you think about this, Ryan?
I don't know. I was actually watching a CNBC video. I still have to finish it, but talking about how they're relating AI to the online bubble, or what do they call it, the .com bubble back in the day.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like we're really pushing AI, and I'm kind of, personally a little tired of it. But
yeah, it's all over the place.
It's going to take over, so we have to hop on the train.
Just sit back and let it happen. I just personally find it weird still. I don't know if I'm the only one, having just a random conversation with this inanimate object. Like, I'm just going to sit there and talk about my needs to this phone? I don't know. It's kind of strange.
It's where we're at, I guess. Well, hey, before we go, it's a sign of the season. The Radio City Rockettes getting ready for their 100 years of the Rockettes with the opening of their annual spectacular coming up November 6th at Radio City Music Hall.
Very excited. Looks like a lot of fun there, Ryan.
Yeah, kick high.
Yes, amen. We love you all back in the Northland.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.